I'm Kigge. I'm from Index Design to Improve Life. I'm with Adam over here. We are a Danish non-profit, and we inspire, educate, and engage in designing sustainable solutions to global challenges. We do this through Index Award, which is the biggest design award in the world, and the only one with a sole focus on the power of design to improve life for people. We also run Design to Improve Life education, where we use global challenges as a learning resource in school, and the talent of school as an innovation resource in society. Then we run Design to Improve Life investment, where we take the people with money, and we put them together with the people with actions and ideas. And finally, we run Design to Improve Life partnerships, where we work with cities around the world and with universities around the world to distribute knowledge of design to improve life. Today, and I guess I have 18 minutes left right now, 18:45 and counting, I'm going to try and tell you about my personal journey with service design. I'm going to try and give you some good examples of service designs out there that actually improves life for large numbers of people. And then I'm going to try to look into the way forward, what I think we should do, and where I would need your help to do this. So, let's start. It's from another world. We didn't have that many pixels at that time. But this was when my service design journey started. It was in 2001. It's me, yeah. And it's my son. He's now 18. He eats all the time. He sleeps all the time. He has his head in a computer all the time. And he's going around like, teenager boys. Anyway, this was when my journey started. It started in San Francisco. I was in a hotel lobby bar with my feet up. There was a fireplace. I had a blanket wrapped around me. And I was talking to Arnold Wasserman. He is a pioneer within this field. He was telling me about service design, and I was a little like, yeah, okay. I come from Denmark. We design chairs. We design very beautiful chairs, high quality chairs, vases. But service, that is basically something you get in a store, if you're lucky. And it's something they train at hotel schools or business schools. It is for sure not anything you can design. And I'm sure many of you share the challenge. I'm sure when you are at a family dinner and you have to tell someone what it is exactly you're doing, it is really, really difficult to tell them. So I felt the same way then 13 years ago or 14 years ago. I had to then look into the world to find out what was going on. And we were at that time in a massive transition from industrial society to knowledge society. The industrial society was characterized by the fact that we were able to produce stuff. We changed manual work to mechanical works. We didn't have to rely on water to drive machines. We changed our main material from natural material like woods and so on to steel to mining stuff. And we introduced the thinking of the capitalist society. And we loved our products. They were sold standing products, and they were made from machines and in factories. Then we moved forward. We moved forward to what could be known as the knowledge society. And one of the first things that happened was that we changed what we produced. We did that because the internet, of course. All of a sudden, we were able to exchange knowledge, service, contacts. We had knowledge and data in an amount that we had never had before. All of a sudden, we could become producers, and we could produce stuff on the internet. And the thing we did was that we stopped doing individual products, and we start doing product lines. And then we moved on from that, and with Web 2.0, we moved to another part of the knowledge society. By now, we were able to take our individual products, and we were able to put services around them. The best example, of course, of this transition is our mobile phones. Nokia started out by having all these different phones, many hundreds different phones and product lines, and they grew in numbers and in length and in width. But then Apple came, and they changed it, because what they did, they had only one product, while Nokia had many hundreds. But what Apple had was one product and hundreds and thousands of services in terms of app. Nokia only had one service, and that was the ability to call. So what happened here was that we combined our products with the services. And basically, this is where we still are. Let me give you some examples. And in Index, we work with design that improves life for people. So let's look into some examples of how that is done. This is an example from Denmark. It's designed by a municipality, our national business and growth agency, and a design company. It's called the Good Kitchen. The thing is that 30% of all elderly people in Denmark are malnourished. That might be because of social issues, it might be because of physical issues, but that's a fact. So the Good Kitchen set out to change that. And what they did was that they designed an entire new service for subsidized food in Denmark, or in this municipality. They came up with a new menu card, the tangible design, the graphic design. They came up with a lot of new choices of food. So all of a sudden you could order food for your guests, you could order snacks, you could order really normal food for Wednesday evening, or you could order food from different countries. At the same time, what happened was that the ability or the possibility for the elderly people to communicate to their kitchen was enhanced. It was based on a simple postcard solution, but that meant that all of a sudden you could talk to the people who actually cooked for you. And did it help? Yeah, it helped. First of all, the amount of people who used this service grew by 10 times. In the kitchen, sickness of the people in the kitchen, working in the kitchen, fell with 10%. And the amount of people to apply for the jobs in the kitchen grew with 1/3. And the elderly people's satisfaction and joy with this really needed thing, which is our food, grew like out of what you could actually measure. So that's one thing. Another service is this one. It's from Lerdahl Global Health. It's an Index Award 2013 winner. Lerdahl Global Health really took off when they combined their products with services. This is the product. It's a bag. You can carry it on your stomach. And inside, it's designed to mirror the inside of a pregnant woman. The issue addressed here is that far too many women and children die during childbirth. So what Lerdahl Global Health did here was that they had this product, and then they combined it with 2 services, educational services. One is called Helping Baby Breathe. It's been tested now on 80,000 births in Tanzania, on 80 different hospitals. And it shows that mortality rate of the kids falls by 50%. That was 50%. You might say, okay, that's in Tanzania. No, it's not. The same research has been done in Nepal, shows exactly the same results. So the combination of the training product and the training service actually works. It's by now 200,000 midwives and health workers have been trained with this. The other service they have is addressing mothers. And when they use this educational service in combination with products, what happens is that the risk of a mother dying during childbirth falls by 34%. So this is working, and it's amazing. 73 countries, 200,000 health workers, many, many kids, many, many mothers surviving. It does work, and we look forward for more from Global Health. Another one here is crowdvoice.org. You should check it up. It's really, really cool. What it does is that it aggregates knowledge about social justice movements all over the world. They simply pull every sources from eyewitnesses, videos, photos, blogs, and so on together. They combine it with, of course, tags, quotations, infographics, and they do that to be able to tell the world what's actually going on around us. As you can see here, right now it's Hong Kong on top of the agenda. It's Israel and Gaza, it's IS, and then it's sexual assault against women in India. So what they do is not only that they give the movements a voice, they also give the journalists a possibility to look into all these movements and all these things going on around the world. A fourth example is also in the Index Award 2013 finalist. It's called Lighting a Billion Lives. The fact is that right now we have 1.3 billion people in the world without access to electricity. The simple fact is that if you do not have electricity, your potential of growth, of a healthy life, of education is limited. Also, when you don't have electricity, what you do instead is that you use this, Adam, what is it called? Kerosene. Kerosene, that is exactly the word. You use kerosene, it's super harmful to your health. It's part of the fact that indoor pollution is a bigger problem in the world than outdoor pollution. It also adds a lot to our CO2 emission problems. So what these guys did was that they designed a lamp. And I can tell you from the finalist and nominee pool, there are many, many, many solar lamps in the world. But what they did was that they combined it with a business model of how to actually get these lamps to people. So the business model works in two ways. Either you rent a lamp every evening as a person or a family mother or a family father for a very, very small fee. And the initial grants for the lamp is given by grants from foundation. Or you start an enterprise, sorry, and when you do that, you do the rent to your village and you earn an income and you provide the light for your village. These people have been helping millions of people out there. They educate, they provide electricity, they provide light. It's an amazing concept, and they address million people. So is that not good enough? We have Natalie Collection, we have Lightning a Billion Lives. We have these different amazing combinations of products or services or soul-standing services. They are out there and they are working. So should we just stop our service design journey now? Should we just say, that's it, hey, we're there. It worked, it works, it has impact. Should we just grow the services from now on in terms of impact, in terms of sophistication and numbers? But my point would be no, because it doesn't work. The point is now that we have so many great services out there helping and trying to improve life for people. We have so many great products out there helping and improving life for people, but they're not connected. They are separate, individual, do-good stuff. They might be impressive. We work with it every day. We admire the people, but it's still not good enough. Because in the years since my journey started, our world has grown increasingly complex. What we need to address now is out of scale of the problems we had 50 years ago, for instance. If we need to address large-scale issues as climate change, climate adaptation, inequality, education for all people, global health, we simply have to stop doing one. We have to be able to scale, and we have to be able to combine. Just imagine, if we have to provide global health, and I sincerely think we should provide global health. I think everyone in the world needs that. But if we do that, it's not enough to design a better hospital bed. It's not enough to design a better ambulance. It's not enough to design an app that gives you access to a remote doctor. What we need to do if we want to design global health is that we need to look into the IP and patents of all pharmaceutical companies in the world. They need to look into how the UN finance medication and how they grow new medications. We need to look into distribution. We need to look into how we prioritize health costs in the entire world, and we need to design systems for that. Likewise, if we want to design ourselves out of inequality, there's so many good products out there designing us out of inequality in terms of education, for instance, religion, culture, whatever. There's so many good services doing the same, but it will not help until we design large-scale coherent systems that addresses the way we trade, the way we communicate, the way we educate, and do that in a coherent system. So I think that the task ahead of us is humongous. It's huge. I also believe it's going to be a lot of fun to do this. I think we can do it if we lean on the experience we have now, if we lean on the knowledge we have now, and if we lean on all the people we are now. So, in Index we always say there are enough white teacups out there. We don't need any more. There are like hundreds and hundreds of thousands different white teacups. Thanks, it's enough. We don't need any more. Stop making more different white teacups. But I would argue today, we also have enough services to fill our white teacups. We don't need more services to fill them with great, sustainable, hand-picked tea from all over the world. Stop, we don't need it. What we need is the design of large-scale, coherent systems. We need to figure out how we're going to do that, and only by that will the world actually change. But I sincerely believe we can actually do it together. Thank you.